And Most Buffalo continues now, and a local law firm is giving back to Western New York families in a big way this summer. Richmond Vona Personal Injury Attorneys is launching its first ever children's bike giveaway, part of its RV in the Community initiative. Here now to tell us more about the giveaway and how families can enter is Kimberly LaRussa of Sweet Buffalo and John Richmond of Richmond Vona. Thanks for being here on Most Buffalo.
Thanks for having us.
What inspired you to start this? Because this is such an important event for the community.
Yeah, so I mean, first and foremost, one of our core values is service, and we're always looking for ways that we can have an impact on organizations or on people right here in the local community, a community that's been so good to us. So we love working with Kimberly and Chloe down here from Sweet Buffalo, and we kind of put our heads together and say, what can we do? And we say, hey, you know, we all have these fond memories in the summer of riding our bikes and being outside, but I think it's something that maybe we take for granted. It's not everybody has that opportunity. So we said, hey, why don't we start this thing off this summer, give away some bicycles and kind of figure out how we're going to do this going forward and make sure we continue to give away more and more as the years come on.
And having a bike, it can mean freedom. It can mean for a teenager being able to get a summer job, learning independence. It means so much. Talk about what it's like to help people in that way. And Kimberly, you're involved in so many things. This is just like, this seems like it's natural for you to do this.
It absolutely is. I mean, I'm so grateful to Richmond Vona. They're doing so much in the community. There's so much to support and talk about. And I think that, you know, these kids right now, they deserve to have a bicycle. That's something that we do take for granted.
Yeah.
And there's so many children that, you know, deserve to enjoy a summer, and they're going to make that happen for them.
Where did you get the bikes from?
So we're working out sort of the logistics with that right now. So I can't reveal exactly yet who the partner is. But we found somebody great who wants to really help as well. And what we're going to do actually is we're going to give them away, and we're going to do it in person. We're going to do it at Pierce Arrow. Jim Sandora from Pierce Arrow was kind enough to let us use the museum, which is right across from our headquarters, and because we want to meet everybody in person. We want to get to meet the kids and see their families, and it's going to be so much fun.
Well, it's about making connections. I mean, that's just so important, and that's what you guys are doing. If somebody's interested in entering, what do they do? Do they have to like nominate a child to get a bike, or can a kid enter themselves? How do they go about doing that?
Yeah, sure. So you can go to richmondvona.com/bike. And we're asking for submissions. Hey, tell us a little bit about, you know, why you need the bike, you know, what kind of impact this bike would have on you or your child's life. And you can even submit photos and drawings, whatever you want, but we're going to review them all, and the deadline is this Sunday, June 7th at midnight. Yep, so you got to get those entries in.
What is there an age limit? These are all the questions I'm thinking about. Okay, so is there an age limit for the kids?
No, you can go in and submit. I mean, we want adults submitting on behalf of their children.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's some savvy kids that have already got on there and submitted them. But
yeah,
you know, we're gonna look at kind of who the finalists are, review everything, and then we're gonna make sure we get age appropriate bikes.
And who are the judges?
Internally at Richmond Vona, we're gonna let Kimberly take a look too.
That sounds like a tough job. I mean, what do you think will inspire you the most? What kind of stories? Maybe to give people some tips on what they should write in their application.
I'd want all of them to win, to be honest.
No.
I'm Kimberly from Sweet Buffalo, so.
Bikes for all.
Yeah, I would say,
perfect.
hey, look, we're going to make it a lot bigger. We're starting small this year to figure it out. Then we're going to make it bigger and bigger. And I would just say, hey, look, you know, be honest. You know, really, what would this mean to you? And of course, we're looking for kids who really need them. And then we'll kind of go from there.
What's the date of the event where you're going to be giving them away? Because people want to make sure they clear their calendars because they have to be there, right?
We're going to officially announce that in the next couple of weeks, but it's going to be late July. We're giving ourselves a little bit of time again because we want to make sure the event is fun, is kind of set up the right way, and we needed to make sure that we had the space available. So yeah, it's a little bit of a wait, but it's going to be worth it.
And maybe, you know, a kid that enters, you know, maybe it's not even just that they need a bike. Maybe they're doing something really great in the community and they deserve a bike.
Yeah, great point.
So you can nominate anybody. Again, what's the deadline and what's the website where people need to go?
Sure, it's this Sunday, June 7th at the stroke of midnight. So get it in before, and it's richmondvona.com/bike.
All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. John and Kimberly, we appreciate it so much.
Thank you.